The Wizards fall to the Clippers 110-106. Turnovers was the biggest problem for Washington today, committing 19. Keyshawn George had 6 and Bob Carrington had 5. Coach Keefe talked about the added playmaking responsibility on George will come with more turnovers.
Keyshawn had 6 turnovers, I believe. Part of that, I'm sure, is residual from just an increased ball handling load, but how does he clean that up going forward?
I think it's also the respect the teams are putting on him. You know, they game plan for him tonight. 2 on the ball, trying to crowd every time he had it. Those are good lessons, part of it too. Like, what are they going to do? Like, he's had a couple of good games in a row. Yeah, I know their staff, they were prepared for him. Every time he came off a pick and roll, you see in a crowd. I thought he had some really good moments, but that's part of it. Like, when you're a handler, you're going to have to make a lot of decisions. Usually the guys who lead the league in turnovers are the guys who have the ball the most, and some of the guys who lead the league in assists. So this is all part of it for him, and we're going to keep using him like that.
James Harden had a big game with 36 points. He made 18 of 20 free throws. I got to ask Keefe, who coached Harden back in OKC in Brooklyn, about some things that he can preach to his players today that he learned from coaching Harden.
Coach, you spent a lot of time with Harden throughout his career early on. What is some of the things that you took away from watching him grow as a player that you can also apply to your players here in Washington?
You know, every player is different, but I think the things that kind of stay the test of time is the work. I was very lucky to be around a lot of great players in my career. He was one of them. There's not an accident with these guys. Work their tails off, and they do it all the time, every day, and they're consistent with it. And it kind of leads to you having consistency in this league, which I think is the hardest thing to do. It's a tough league. And I think if we can always have those things we can learn from other guys and imprint that into ours, I think that's the biggest takeaway you have from some of the guys I worked with.
Thank you.
Alex Sarr had a big game with 28 points. Here's what he had to say about his big night.
And you had a strong game, scoring the ball a hot start against 2 really good defensive big men. How have you been able to achieve the consistency you've had this season?
Yeah, I think just getting going in the paint first, getting easy looks, and then, you know, once I feel like I'm confident in the game, stepping out. But yeah, I would say it's playing in the paint.
I know coming into this season, certain matchups you had really great outputs, other matchups you still showed well, but it looked different. Do you feel this season, the more and more you're seeing different big men, that you're bringing the consistency that you want to bring on a nightly basis, and it's allowing you to continue with that rhythm that you have?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like I'm doing better against most teams that I did last year. So I feel like, yeah, it's just kind of me being more consistent, and I feel like I can still be more consistent, but yeah, it's just me having more experience, I guess.
Bob Carrington also had a nice game with 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. Here are some comments he had about going up against James Harden and adjusting to the NBA game.
Aside from the result, how valuable is it for you guys to be in those situations, get those looks that you did, you know, whether they fall or not?
Super valuable to be in those situations, to try to execute and fail in those situations, so that you don't do it again. Being in crunch time scenarios is never a bad thing, win or lose, especially for a young team, and we understand that.
Facilitation standpoint with yourself, your assists have gone up a little bit this season as well too. Where are you feeling more comfortable commanding, whether it's the starting unit or the second unit, depending on the rotation on a nightly basis, but are you also feeling more comfortable just within the NBA game itself and feeling more like yourself and you can play the way you want to play within the system that BK has you playing?
For sure. I think I'm a person that, like, people say, like, are you like a visual learner, or can you learn like by hearing things, whatever? I think I learn by like literally being in the situation. I think that's where I can learn times 300, just being in the situation. So just the more I'm in it, the faster I'll get it, the better I'll be. So I definitely think with time, and especially since last year, I'm getting way more comfortable.
What do you think Trae Young can bring to the team?
Trae Young can bring everything that he brought to Atlanta and then some. He's obviously an amazing talent. I think someone that can go down in this league's Hall of Fame. So he's just going to bring, obviously, value on the court. He's going to bring potential. He's going to bring fans. He's going to bring energy, leadership. Trey brings a lot. He's proud of himself and bringing a lot. So he's going to hold us accountable. We're going to hold him accountable.
I mean, you're in the middle of a game, but when you see a Jamal Murray, he doesn't speed up late in the game. Harden doesn't speed up late in the game. What are some of those lessons you can learn from those guys?
Learn that when I've seen from those guys, like late game. Can you hear me if I'm sitting back? Okay. All right. I learned that late game, it's really focusing on not getting sped up and getting exactly what you want to get to. Not really being reactionary, but more so understanding what you want to do, what the team's trying to do, and doing it. And those guys do that very well. Whereas we're a young team, we probably could get caught being reactionary. Oh, this happened. Oh, let's try to do this. Let's try to do that. And crunch time, that's always not going to be the best case scenario. And like you said, to your question, Jamal Murray and Harden, they understand those things. They've been in those situations a million times, so they execute them very well.